Welcome back, everyone. Let's jump into this. I've been testing out this new countdown, hoping that it works. Looks like it's working pretty well, so let's jump into this. I think my next plan is try to find some way to fix the camera angle so it's not looking down on me. The problem is I play all my games on my TV, so the camera sits about a foot above me. I'm going to try to figure out some way to put it down and to the side. The only problem with that is you'll then see the mic in front of me, which I don't really like, but if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. Okay, so when we left off, we were getting our asses handed to us royally by these undead, and our expedition is way up there. So I feel like we need to make the arduous journey back to try to save our village. Nothing worth gathering. Who's dying? We have 2 people. She has a 30% chance of dying, and he has like a 28% chance of dying because he has 1 health remaining. Things are not looking good. But we have no choice. They survived, only to get attacked again. And I realized something at the end of my stream last time. Every time that they attack me, even though I can't win, I should at least be throwing my spears out and just slowly whittling them down. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Because the damage that they take carries over. Uh-oh. Looks like Thea may have froze on me. There it goes. That was weird. So it's not much, but that little bit helps. Because now he's wounded, and then if I attack him with a poisoned weapon later on, it will deal more damage. So we're going to surrender. We're going to have at least 2 people on their deathbed again. But that's the price we pay. Correction, we have 4 people dying. And it's still gonna take us several turns to get there. Oh great, more undead. At least these I have a chance of beating. And amazingly no one has died yet with no medic. We are getting super lucky right now. Let's see. Good. Undead always has a chance of having spears, so I need to send out a shield for now. Okay. He will kill this one very easily. I don't have any counter offenses, but I can counter tactic. Now, we haven't seen the skeleton yet, so there's a chance it's here and it's level 2, so I need to use this one. And it was not, so here's the skeleton. Which is surprisingly less health than a broken skeleton, but way more damage. Her poke will kill it on her turn. These guys will clean up, and that's it. We're done. Hey, welcome back, Coach Sec. Yeah, this run is not looking good. I cranked the difficulty up a little too high for a level 1 god. He gained wounds? What did I miss? Oh well. So we got some armor, we got a shield that I don't need, and another one of those necklaces. And then these guys. We have no chance of winning, so again I'm gonna do what poke I can and then run away. I wonder if confusing them will make any difference. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Oi, so many people dying, and our expedition is one movement shy.
Your herbalist spots an area where you can harvest some good herbs. They grow inside a hollowed tree, but beware, there seems to be a lot of spider webs surrounding the place. These webs look thicker than I like. We best be quick about our business here, exclaims one of your men. Your herbalist carefully picks the right herbs, while the rest of the men keep a wary eye out for trouble. You already picked some of the herbs, but you notice that there is a larger patch further down the path. However, that area has a sticky white blanket of webs thrown all over it.
Since this is my expedition and it's all of my warriors,
those with knowledge of the animal world in your party huddle together in talks. Taking their time to analyze the scene, they point to the pattern of the webs as well as signs of spider eggs in the distance. It is clear that your party may face a spider queen, or at least her best minions if they risk venturing forth. On the other hand, the men inform the group that such lairs can also hold precious resources.
We got this. In fact, for this group it's an auto-resolve.
After a tough fight, you finally clear the area of those nasty spiders. Within their lair, you discover some more herbs as well as bodies of fallen men and women who were clearly not as lucky as you. You search the area for any usable loot.
So we don't need any of the gear, but dragon leather, even though it's only 4, that's still very helpful. Alright, continue this journey. Maybe. There we go. Oi, 1 shy. And 5 people on their deathbed. All with a 30% chance of dying. We got this.
Wounds don't always
or
have
not.
a chance to heal, and so death can claim its prize.
So, our death count has now gone up to 6 people dead. So, we lost a gatherer and a warrior. Guess it could have been worse. So I need to switch these around. We have plenty of wood at this point. I need to keep focusing on gathering meat. Alright, let's see if my warriors can do anything against this group. Welcome back, Playing Coward. Yeah, it's I was saying earlier, I mistakenly cranked the difficulty up way too high to start out on a level 1 god. I am currently playing at difficulty 250%, and I've been fighting 3 and 4 skull fights since like turn 25. It's been ridiculous. Okay. Our best warriors are in our tactical hand, which is a little unfortunate, but we get to go first. I'm still worried about spear attacks, so I'll send out a shield first. Let's see, this guy has 46 life. I do not do 46 damage, unfortunately. So I'll need to first action somebody near the end, which is fine. for the time being, I'm gonna hope that I can knock out one of the unliving corpses. I did not. Okay, well, I still want to poke this guy, because that spear will then kill him on the attack. Oi. I feel like I need to confuse these two. That's going to be both of my plays. Of course, all of the unliving corpses were in the offensive hand. Were you customizing it or went for a preset? I was customizing it. I was stupid, cocky, say whatever you want, and was like, oh, I can handle this, and I just like hit max on almost everything. The highest difficulty, if I remember right, is either 315% or 330%. So there were only a couple that I turned off, like Bloodbath I kept off. That would have put me at 290. Alright, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to first action somebody to help him kill this one. He kills this one, doesn't attack. So I need to kill this guy. My spear is not going to be enough. He's going to do 18 damage. My medic is at risk here, but yeah, we'll throw him out. Okay. Now I can counter tactic, get rid of one of theirs. I feel like I can use her at the end to do a little poke damage and then first action her. That would be 17, 37, 57, 66. So yeah, that would kill him. He kills this one. They don't get it. This one will get an attack. Hopefully to the right. If he attacks to the left, that kills our medic. And then he will either kill this skeleton or seriously wound this one. And then we start over again. The odds are not bad for us right now. Oh, they had a spear. Well, there went that idea. Oh well. And it killed our medic. It was a 50-50 shot. Ooh. Damn it. 2 people dead. Not quite enough to kill it, but that's okay. And then shield. Because we know they have at least one spear. Get rid of that offensive card and that tactics card. Okay, she kills that one, he kills that one, and then these guys clean up. If we lose our medic, I kind of feel like this is going to be the end of this run. Because that'll put us at, what, 7 or 8 people lost. And it's only going to get harder. Let's see what we got for equipment. Don't need that. Got enough of those. Bad quality, that's very unfortunate. Don't need that. That's at least decent. I might have a use for it. And that's not bad. So, a couple things from it. Oi, so wounded. And I still have people nearing death here. So what I'm going to do is have the party rejoin. So that our medic is at least using his ability to try to save everyone, including himself. Oh, that hurts so bad. What are we crafting? Leshy's hairs. Speaking of which, do we have any of those finished? We have one. Let's make use of it. Where are my spear wielders? She's already got one. She needs one. So you get it. That'll be a nice damage increase for her. And let's see, what else did we get? We got an armor and a shield. That wasn't too bad. The shield was a 5 and 8, so we have 2 of those. I don't know if it's going to be an improvement for anyone. Let's find out. 4 and 6, so it's too heavy for him though, that's why. He might be able to equip one of them. Yeah. Too heavy for him. He can equip one of them. So that's good. And then that armor. It was a 15 and 3. Too heavy for him. Downgrade, downgrade. He could, but it's going to be too heavy, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not. Sweet. Okay, we have a 2 damage idol. Who's going to get it? Okay, my medic. Nope. 1 point too heavy. Of course. Both my hammers already have one. This one doesn't though, so that'll be good. Finally, folklore. He will benefit from it. Make sure all of our gatherers already have a basket. He does not. Alright, time to cross the fingers and hope.
Wounds don't always
Damn
have a
it,
chance to
and
heal,
that was my
so
medic.
Death can claim its prize.
So, our death count is now 7. And we have no medics.
The whole land is shaken with tremors. Groans and thudding footsteps are heard throughout. The tremors and wild groans eventually stop, but they leave you with a sense of dread.
Okay, the question would be, how much have we earned thus far? Enough to get to level 2, which would make us a little stronger. Do I want to quit right now? That's the question. What do you guys think? Should I keep slogging forward? Or cut my losses and start a new run? In the meantime, I'll just tool around, see what I can do. So, nobody is in danger of dying anymore. Alright, I want at least one of the hunters with me. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like with my original party. 6 defenders for home is not ideal. So I want to leave at least one of my warriors behind. I'm guessing Yania. A quick quest to finish. If you're meaning one of the end game quests, yeah, no, I'm not progressing in any of them. This has just been a very unfortunate run. We've had a lot of bad luck, and like all of the good resources are super far away. So I'm thinking you know, one option is to at least try to rush my divine quest and gain that experience. It's gonna be, for Lada, probably a speech challenge, I would assume. So I want some good speech skill people just in case. What's your skill? 3. So that's a full party for me. Let's take some wood. And some food. And at least try to do our divine quest. And if our village gets attacked, it's screwed.
Armor with insignia unknown to these lands. He is standing by a rock, clearly deep in thought, as he does not see you approach. When you look closer, you see he is looking at a sword half embedded in the rock.
Hello, King Arthur. So, since I'm pretty much calling this a wash and just trying to do my divine quest, I think I'm gonna see what happens when I keep the sword for myself.
The man jumps up, startled by your voice. He grabs the hilt of his sword, but does not draw it. He takes a few steps back and speaks. How dare you disturb a king's moment of peace? I'm sorry, old habits. I am no king, not anymore. But you, my friends, look like, well, potentially, you could maybe be called knights, right? My name is Arathor. I have traveled here from afar in the west, led by an ancient quest from my forefathers. I was led to believe that this sword will help me rebuild my kingdom and save us from the darkness. Alas, I have lost all of my knights just getting here. And now that I am faced with the sword, those blasted demons, they have cursed me with weakness, and I am unable to fulfill my destiny. The sword is my test, my burden, and my fate. It will not serve any other. My time is running out. I must return to my kingdom soon, or all shall be lost. Now, the sword is for me to claim, but as king, I can appoint you my knights, and you could claim it in my stead. The magic binding the weapon in stone will permit it, I think. Will you become my knights? Knights? Oh, well, a knight is a brave warrior, sworn to serve their king and god, to uphold the law. It is a man. I suppose in my kingdom we only appoint men, but desperate times. So, it is a person who is righteous and honorable. Now, I solemnly swear I will release you from my service once the deed I ask is done, and I hold the sword in my hand. Will you accept? Wonderful. I knew fate would provide my salvation. I did not know if your hearts were pure enough, but your agreement to serve my purpose, with no promise of a reward, proves that you are indeed the ones I seek. Now, by the power of a rightfully anointed King of Camroth, I pronounce you Knights of Camroth, and I command you to take the sword for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna auto-resolve it.
Work together and pull out the sword from the stone. It looks like an ordinary weapon, except that it seems undamaged from its unusual sheath. When you hold it in your hands, however, you feel a surge of strange power coursing through your veins, and it feels really good.
And now I'm gonna be a dick. We're gonna keep it.
No, shouts the king as he steps forwards to take the prize from your hands. Before you know it, you see your own body moving and your hands stretching in a killing blow. As the king's body collapses, he whispers, "It is cursed, you fools." The body of the king disappears in a ray of bright light. You are left standing with the bloodied sword in your hands and some belongings left behind by Arathor.
An armor ring and some silver.
The blade is of great quality, but you feel a heavy darkness upon it. It calls for blood and murder, but it also draws upon your own life force. You claim the sword, and it transforms into a great weapon, but you also feel a curse fall upon you all. and the one who held the sword is hit the hardest.
That's not a bad sword for a one-handed sword. The curse is a little unfortunate, but oh well. Okay, we got no more movement. Let's see who can equip this sword. Enjoy.
There are strange noises in your village at night.
Ah, not the rats again.
As you prepare to go to sleep and take one last look out of the windows, you see that the ground seems to be moving. You shout to your fellow villagers and soon realize that your home is swarming with rats.
So I don't have enough people left in my village. 4? Yeah. To do a 3-skull fight like this, so I'm gonna lose some things, maybe even some children, but I'm gonna just do the 1-skull version.
You kill many of the rats,
Oh, I got
but
sick.
the vermin are slimy and fast, so they manage to eat some of your supplies, and worse yet, some people get sick. Still, you know this could have been much, much worse.
Okay, regular sickness isn't that bad. It's gonna be 5 wounds before it's done. And we lost exotic fruit. Not that bad.
Some of the bones have a strange greenish glow to them. Apparently not all of the rats were strictly natural.
Okay, God Quest. I think this is the tower first.
You find the remains of an old town, built in solid stone, with a large central building that even in its crumbled and rotting state looks very impressive. Like many such places, you feel the cold draft of the ever-present dark mist lurking in every corner. You see a faint light coming from one of the towers in the central building, and you know this is where you must go.
So I'm gonna skip the story.
You explore the university and find your way into an old lecture room where cursed academics approach you. They are the ones that caused the downfall of the gods, and thus allowed for the burning of the cosmic tree. One speaks. Your gods have likely sent you here to find a way to restore their power.
Yep.
Oh, all right then. Well, there is a place where we have locked up an oracle. She may be able to help you restore your god's power, or at least it is a place where you may find a lead.
Okay.
Before I tell you, we must ask a favor. We have been cursed to stay here, neither alive nor dead, for eternity, as punishment for our actions. A sentence we accepted with grace and understanding. It is not often you get to destroy the world and nearly kill off gods. However, we wish to be freed now. Once champions of the gods like yourselves realized our crime, they came to seek retribution. But the Dark Lord wanted to be sure the world burns, and so he cloaked this place from any mortal eye. Without the gods' guidance, no one could find us and learn the truth. Then came a lone spirit, claiming to be an echo of the Pantheon. The spirit cursed our souls to eternal damnation for our arrogance, making us unliving and bound to this building till the end of days.
So between the curses that we just picked up and the fact that I have no magic skill whatsoever, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to free them.
There is a way to try and free our souls from these unliving bodies. With the underworld shut, we will still roam Thea, but at least we will be free. Yes, many of us share your enthusiasm for the punishment. We are tormented by our faults, believe me. But to be stuck like this forever. If you kill us, we will only suffer the pain of death, but eventually we will return, marked by another scar. But if you use your connection to the gods to break our curse, perhaps we can be released.
Pretty sure that since we follow Lada, she wants us to do everything all peace-like, so we will be nice.
The old man nods, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and sadness. I have imprinted the location you seek in your minds. You will find it whenever you seek it.
Okay, so it's an intellect challenge. I don't know how prepared we are for that. We are not. So of our 12 people, only 8 even have any willpower and intellect to do this challenge, and they're all weak. Partially because of that curse. So this is going to be a failure. Thankfully, there's no real consequences for failing this.
You take your time to meditate and find your inner peace. In this place of sorrow and darkness, you seek a link to your gods by opening up your hearts and souls. But this place has been stained with too much darkness and evil, and your connection to the gods is too weak to aid the scholars. The professors only nod in thanks and return to their table, debating a theory of why you have failed. They do not respond to any hails, and so you are left with no recourse but to leave the place. As you do, you feel the great disappointment of your gods weighing down upon your shoulders. But at least you know where to go and seek more knowledge next.
Okay. This is back towards our village. Where's the Zeodi? A little bit further. It might be in our best interest to get rid of those curses before we attempt to face our god.
You see fresh wolf tracks. It looks like a large pack is somewhere ahead. You come across the pack and you're able to ambush them. You defeat the wolves.
Okay, don't need that sword. I wonder what the Zeodi challenge is going to be.
You enter the ruins of an old town, although you only know this because the Zeodi told you so, as there are only stones covered in moss and plant life. But you do see a group of old men, huddled together over a large oaken table. The Zeodi do not turn to you, but one speaks.
Grandchildren have come. Our help they seek, but are they too weak?
Another speaks up.
They come for aid, but rules have to be laid. We take our food that will change our mood.
A wicker basket appears before you, and you know these forefathers will not speak to you more unless you feed them.
You seek our aid and guidance you shall receive, for each dark curse has its own flavor, and so the relief lies in different realms. You will face a challenge, our child, and if you pass, you shall be cleansed. If your body has been wounded by a dark force and will not heal,
Hunting,
cursed
convenient.
you are, and you must speak to the spirits of healing to lift this taint. If your flesh is weakened, you must stand by our table and prove you have the tactical wits to outsmart the curse. If you have been deformed by evil forces, you will sneak up to a water nymph and steal a strand of her hair. We can then lift the curse for you. And if you have been cursed by the darkness itself, you will hunt down Abyss, and once you have him, we will transfer the darkness away from you and into the beast. Don't worry, we will shield you from his attacks if you fail.
Well, that's convenient. Alright, let's go hunting.
You have proven yourselves to be worthy offspring. We take the curses away from your souls. Return if you need aid once more.
Cool. Not really worried about the curse of weakness on the bandit. So now let's head towards the god quest.
You hear a strange commotion coming from the nearby bushes, a sort of cross between a squeak and a deep grumble of a salivating dog. As you approach, you see a weird-looking brown ball of disheveled fur, with big yellow eyes staring back at you. The creature is no bigger than a fox and has bat-like wings, a snarly smile with a range of sharp teeth, and it smells badly. It is apparently stuck in some hunter's trap. You recognize the trap to be orc-made. After a closer examination, you realize this may be a skshak, a relatively harmless house demon, who usually settles inside a household and, if treated right, brings good fortune to its housemates. You approach the trap carefully and gently dismantle it. Right, I'm gonna let you go, little fella. Just don't go all monstrous on us now, okay? The creature nods frantically, still squealing from the trap digging into its little body. You release the shack, and as you do so, it tries to hobble away from you. After a few steps, it stops, looks up, and squeaks before speaking up.
Are you going to eat me?
You look a little gainy. No, not interested.
Oh, I am thanking you. I speak your speech not well, but I try to tell you. Weak is my body. I smile as I join Mokosh in the dirt soon in peacefulness. Thanking you, friends. Your tongue calls me Skshak and House Demon. Funny names. And so I am both and none. But I tell you now of a house because you friends and good, and I warn you. Once there was a house and there was joy and laughter. Once it was a place of magics and yummy foods. Then the darkened time came, and no longer a demon I was, no longer helped my mistress. I cried as my eyes looked on her evil. No longer my lady, no more joy, all sad and angry and dead. But not gone, or alive, but not living. I tell you the house, because you helped me from the nasty trap, you good people. So please help my mistress now. Free her from her trap, and she may be dirt with me and stop her bad madness.
The creature falls onto the ground, clutching its stomach in pain, and before your very eyes it begins to disintegrate into dirt. With its last breath, it goes on.
Beware, friends. She eats. She's crazy. Got treasures. Set her free.
The shack is gone, and all that is left is a scrap of paper with a badly drawn map on it.
The funny thing about this event is they always throw in that one little bit right there. There's treasures to get you to go there. Alright, next turn, God Quest.
You find the place imprinted in your minds by the professors. It is an old tower that seems to reach the very skies. Its surface is pure ivory, yet strangely shimmering as the sun rays hit its smooth surface. As you move closer, you see a balcony that looks unsettlingly like a large skeletal hand, and in its palm there stands a tall, hooded man, while a young girl cowers behind him. The man speaks in a clattering, hard voice.
Halt! Who goes?
And again, I'm going to skip the story.
The girl, who stood silent and motionless throughout your encounter, steps out from behind a protector and spreads her arms out. The tower opens up before you, revealing a dark chamber inside. The oracle silently gestures for you to enter. As you approach, you have a strange sensation, as if you're about to face yourself in there. You enter the dark ivory tower and find yourselves standing in a lush valley, full of life and joy. There are flowers, trees, the sun is up, and the air fresh. You feel no signs of darkness anywhere. Amongst the flowers sits the Lady Lada, weaving a wicker basket and singing a sweet song. Then you realize there is a huge beast, with a red mane and claws out ready for blood, sneaking up on your goddess.
So again, I'm pretty sure the Lady Lada hates violence and does not want us to attack this beast. So we will try talking to her. So we'll do nothing and speak to her. Oi. This is not going to be easy. We are mediocre at social challenges. Sadly. Alright, we'll start with our best warrior. What are other options? We're going to have to see some of the cards to judge the levels, but I'm pretty sure that all of these counter tactics 2 and 3s aren't going to work. The 7 might. It might. We'll see. Next warrior. Who is now dead, because Lada has a spear. Okay, so Avatar Guardian's level 5. So we have 2 counter tactics that could work. The level 4 counter offense is still up in the air. For the time being, we will just send out some more warriors. I could first action that one. I don't think we're gonna win though, because that's a lot of life for us to do, chunking away at it. So I could first action her and support her ridiculously. Or I could wait until the end and do it to Chistovnia. Yeah, let's do that. And then of course they confuse her. Damn it. And the counter tactic didn't even work. Yep, we lost horribly.
You failed your challenge. You feel a gust of cold air that grabs hold of your bodies and thrusts you outside the tower. If you wish to go back, you need to approach the place again.
So yeah, we're not even strong enough to handle our god quest. Alright. I'm gonna call that it on this run. So we will take our level, and then we will start anew and see if we can't do better. So we failed all of our missions. That's what all of this is gonna say.